And it's time to jump in for a small stream tonight, just to wind the mind down, draw a little bit, check. So, let's get started while I figure out what I'm gonna do. What's up, everybody? It's me, Johnny G. Welcome back to the channel and to the stream. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to hang out here while we are live, and for those of you watching this on the VOD, you are awesome as well. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. It has been a sort of long one for me. Very busy day at work, but we made it through. We're here, and well, like I said, I'm just gonna chill, listen to some music, draw for a little bit, an hour or so, and hang out with you guys. Did my Arknights dailies today, and I logged in to just check where I was with the event, because I wasn't thinking that, hey, I could go back to my YouTube, to the streams, but, whatever. I pulled up the event, and I apparently did everything with this event, minus challenge mode on, like, the EX stages and stuff like that, so we might do that at some point over the weekend here, but other than that, there's nothing for me to do with that event, so is what it is. But I've been wanting to just chill and draw a little bit, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have a couple ideas in mind, so I'll decide as I'm warming up, but it's fun. I'm anxious to get into this, and I'll put on some Arknights music in the background while we do this. What is up, Bio? How's it going? Managed to make it to Tour 1 and IS6. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. I haven't even played IS6 yet. I haven't played IS in a while, period. Since I played last on stream, probably. Was the last time I played IS of any kind. And I think that was IS2? 2 or 3? Something like that. All right. Get my headset on here. Put on some desktop audio. Whoop, a little bit loud in my ears. And then let's go. Display. Okay. I was having a few issues going live here, just with setting up my display and things like that. And I'm actually having some trouble with OBS not wanting to launch unless I reboot the computer. Like, if it's been sitting on for a while, OBS won't launch. But if I reboot, it works. I don't know. I don't get it. Not sure what the issue is, friends. All right. Let's see. Something to warm up with. Let's do a quick search here. Yeah, that's... Okay, what all did I warm up with? Star Fox, we did a Squeeb, Nifty, Faust. Okay. Yeah. I have an idea. Let's see. Okay. Radiant to E2, you'll have to go through IS6 to do it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting mechanic to get her. I like it. I like what they've got going on for that, but I'll get there eventually. Okay. Let's back off of there. See this gallery. No, not what I wanted. Oh my god, you suck. Pay attention. There we go. Alright. Full size image. There we go. Alright. Gundam Head is a warm-up. Ooh, okay. That would be fun. Very, very fun. One second. There we go. Okay. Doing the Radiant Masteries and the RNG hates me for the second IS6 boss. Hi, Rosa, how's it going? That sounds fun. I still haven't touched that. We were just talking about that. I have yet to touch it, and I just lost my pen. Yay, what did I do? Where'd it roll? Hello? There's my pen. Oh, there it is. I found it. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. Save this image. Okay. Miscellaneous resources. There we go. All right, try that. All right, let's import here. This one needs unlocked, so we can delete it. Okay. I shall lurk while prepping for a 2-hour meeting later. Oh my. I do not envy that. I spent about 4 hours installing printers today. So that was fun. That was the majority of my day at work. I hated that. I hate printers. Printers are the bane of my existence as an IT fella. Okay. Let's go miscellaneous resources. And we'll go with this one. Okay. First of all, drop that down, make that our layer for... Yeah. Pencil. Yeah. Alright. Did you see my suggestion for warm-up? Yeah, I read it. That's what I'm doing. It's been a while since I've drawn a Gundam, so this is probably going to look horrid. But mecha design is something I've always loved the idea of studying. So, let's see here. Where do we want to start? Yep, got cat hair on me. Let's try... Is that not drawing? Where's my... Ah, I see why. My color is off. There we go. Okay. This is a little larger than what I want it to be. But now that we got the color working, let's do a little bit of this. You know what? I could probably just do... Yeah, I could do that. That's not going to hurt anything. Not for what I want. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This over here. Oh, my head's like disappearing as I'm drawing, but that's okay. Y'all don't want to see my hideous face anyways. Erase a little bit of this. We need to even it out. That's better. Got that way. Okay. Which Gundam is it? This is Shining Gundam from G Gundam. It was just the first one that came to mind because it's a relatively easy head design. Nothing too incredibly difficult for it, but I figured that'll work to do a simple warm-up since I don't have a ton of time tonight. Let's get here. This comes down, we have separation there. Okay. Down, down, and then we have a little bit of a curve. Sort of bell curve going on here. Nope. Control Z that. It's not too bad for... Yeah. Getting another kit, a newer HG due to how flimsy the old kit HG I got is. Okay. Last high grade kit of any kind that I built was... Let me think on that. I might have one somewhere. Oh, yeah, I do. 1 second. Last high grade I built was Ariel from Witch from Mercury. So I had this one sitting up here. Not a too crazy kit. A lot of small pieces, but nothing incredibly detailed. A ton of fun though to build. It's got some dust on her. Feel bad. I'm gonna have to clean that off. Boop. One wrong move, the torso and chest come apart and the shield doesn't stay in. Oh, some of those older ones are very, very flimsy, unfortunately. Oh, so excited. My copy of Terra Journey is on its way. Ah, nice. Let's go. Mine shipped too. I got a shipping confirmation for that and my Volume 2 art book. So they should be coming together and I'm excited. I can't wait. I have some begging going on in my server, my Discord server, for scans of certain pages in the Volume 2 art book. So yeah, I've got a little bit of work ahead of me for that. Nope. Not quite what I want. Planning on getting G-Quacks. Okay. If Witch from Mercury isn't in the shelf. I haven't watched that yet. I haven't watched the G-Quacks series. I heard some weird stuff about it. And I don't know. It just kind of looks really strange to me. Not that it's a bad thing. I'd like to check it out, but I know it's also partially developed by The series was partially made by, is it Gainax or Studio Kara or whatever that worked on Evangelion, so that's kind of got me a little bit intrigued. Which for Mercury I really liked. I thought it was much better than what a lot of other people thought, but... Nice! Also bought a headhunting bag and a dust keychain for my fiance's B-day. Hopefully I can get it in the month. Oh, that would be awesome. The headhunting bag is really nice. Really nice. I love the quality of it. And it comes with the little folder inside too. So it was a very, very nice surprise. I think it's a little better than the generic one that I bought off AliExpress for my cosplay. So I think I'm switching over to the official one as my Doctor cosplay bag for the future. Speaking of Arknights, chat, I was getting ready to go to sleep last night. Well, try to, at least. I go to lay down, and of course, my wife and I always leave the TV on in the background. A little bit of white noise, you know, white collar, white noise, so to speak, just so there's something on. And if you have a smart TV, most of them are pre-programmed with either Pluto TV or an offshoot of it based on the brand. So like at Vizio has a Vizio Watch Free or Watch Free Plus. TCL, which is what I have in my bedroom. I have Vizios as well, but the TCL has TCL TV Plus or something it's called, whatever. But it has all kinds of free like TV channels and stuff on it, and they're all based around certain things, whatever. Crunchyroll offers a free channel, and we put that on every night in the background. So last night, as I go to get ready to sleep, I hear this sound that sounds familiar, and I look up to the TV to see eyes, and I'm like, I recognize this. I know what this is. Oh my God, that's Doctor. Lo and behold, Crunchyroll channel started showing the Arknights anime, just the first 6 episodes for whatever reason last night. And they rotate whatever they show every night. It's so cool because they have like a playlist. They'll play certain series for a while, and they show all different eras, newer anime, older stuff. They run a ton of Yu Yu Hakusho, which is awesome. I love watching that show. I can never like get enough of that one, but they show all eras of stuff. And then just out of the blue last night, Arknights. I'm like, yes, let's go. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be going to bed. What the hell? Thanks, Crunchyroll. I'm gonna stay up and watch this. I couldn't sleep anyways, so I did watch. How big is it? I'm hoping he could use it to replace his beaten up backpack. I have it. Give me a second. I will go find it. Ah. Yeah. 1 second. Yu Yu was my childhood. Hiei was my first anime crush. Oh, completely understandable. So, here's the headhunting bag. It is not super huge, but it's a pretty decent size. A nice duffel bag size. 1 second. Get rid of this bug that's on it. Go away. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, compared to my head, but it's got a zipper pouch on the side here, which is like deep enough to put a couple of things in. There's a zipper pouch on the back. There's one on this side, which is kind of cool. And then it's got like those little air holes on the side for this too. So like you could stick things in the bottom pouch and it goes all the way in underneath. But then on the inside, there is a pouch, kind of hard to see. There's a pouch on the front and the back. And then it's fairly deep because I got my Amiya still in it. I've got keychains. And then, yeah, there's the headhunting folder that's inside. So, I mean, it's fairly deep, fairly decent. So depending on what you're putting into it, it's not too bad. In the bottom is actually, like, if you feel it, it's kind of got a little bit of reinforcement in it, so it should be able to hold up to putting some things in. I don't know if I didn't see anything like a weight rating on it, so, and I think I took the tag off. Yeah, I took the tag off, and I don't believe it said anything, so, you know, I know sometimes the bags will tell you it's rated to hold up to this much weight, but this doesn't really say anything on that front, but I think that's perfect. And so he commutes via motorcycle to work, so it shouldn't be big. Yeah, that's a good idea then. That should be pretty cool. G-Quacks, I've seen it and revealed a multiverse dynamic. I did see about that. I saw that the multiverse thing was like at the end and something happened with some character going through like a portal and coming out with the original RX-78, and I don't know. That was another thing that made me like, do I really want to watch this? So I don't know. We'll see it eventually. That's all I'm gonna say about it until you watch the anime. All right. Damn it. I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Wow, bag. All right, so excuse me. Do. I seen, speaking of anime and things, we were talking about Yu Yu Hakusho there, the creators of Sailor Moon and Hunter x Hunter have been married for 27 years now, I think it said. It's like, that's pretty cool. Life goals. I love seeing it. Ooh, that's a little too high yet. Did I go too... you know what? I might have gone too low with this. There we go. Okay, let's do some erasing here. Yeah. Man, you had to give me a pain in the ass warm-up. Guessing MG of the past would be the HG of today? Probably not. I mean, master grade stuff is still much higher detailed. Even the ones of the past are still higher than, and have a lot more pieces than what the typical high grade does. You might find some of the lower end master grades that might be a little closer, but I would say your older master grades are probably closer to today's perfect grade, which are the ones that they're kind of high grade shell, but you build the whole inner frame and stuff like that, which adds more parts and things. So it's probably a little closer to that. I haven't built too many master grades myself. Or no, not perfect grade. Sorry. Real grade. The real grade is the one I was thinking of, where you build the inner frame, but the outer shell's more like a high grade. That's what I was thinking of, so my bad. PEG is perfect grade. RG is real grade. I gotta remember that. I love how these songs are a little bit extended and different compared to what they actually are in the game. Excuse me. Okay, boy, that's okay. All right. We got that much. Okay. So let's fix this other side while we're at it. Can't wait to get off of work tomorrow, man. One more day for the week. I could say it's my first full week back in the groove of things, but not that I enjoy it. Gotta do it, though. I mean, we usually skip this part of the song. We already clicked off of the screen when this song comes up. I mean, very true. Very true. But it seems like they just loop. If you do leave it sit, like I've done it, just walked away from my phone, like, you know, it will loop that same part over and over again and does not play the end of it. It's kind of strange. HG of today are more stable than the old ones. Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's been a lot more improvements on how they make their models and their panels and stuff, so that's a good thing, kind of a given in a way. You would hope they improve at least. Ah, you suck. I still keep clicking on that. Almost burnt my voice out on the way home earlier too, because I was in the car and Battle Plan Extinguished Sins came on. Oh, I love that song. That is one of the next ones that I really love to cover here for the channel as far as Arknights music goes. Man, though, I got to certain parts and I was letting it rip, and by the time I was done, I could feel my voice just like dying slowly in my throat. I'm like, this is getting gravelly. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Just goes to show you where certain things I need to practice too. Okay. Mission accomplished. What? Could make a better Gundam from Lego than an old HG kit. I tell you what, some of the Lego Gundams that are out there, and looking at pictures and stuff, are amazing. There was one not long ago that I think somebody was trying to get into the voting for like one of those fan competitions or whatever for Lego. They wanted to try and get it made into a kit, and it's like, with everything else that's been coming up lately that Lego's been giving into, between One Piece and Zelda and all these other things, and well, like now Lego has the Pokemon license and stuff like that. They've been getting into a lot more nerdy stuff. I could see it potentially happening in the future. Like Lego Gundam kits, bases, the ships and stuff like that would go hard. Man, it would be amazing to see them put the effort into it, but you never know. Lego is kind of stingy on some things too. A little expensive. I'd love to see Lego Arknights. That'll never happen. That's wishful thinking, but I did see something, I want to say it was on Twitter, where somebody built the one farming stage layout in Lego, and I was like, ha, that's pretty good. They were like, guys, it's stuck in my head. I think it was 1-7, 1-8, something like that. One of those popular ones. Okay. Alright, we got that much. How about we do a little bit of this? Oops. Completely shade this in, but I'll give it a little bit of fill. Okay. Do. Yay. Oof. Okay, that's good enough. Ah, yes, 1-7 for the rocks. Have you seen a carrier Gundam? I'm not sure, maybe? Dude, I've watched a ton of Gundam, but unless you're going like specific actual names and things like that, then I probably won't be able to tell you exactly what it is, or sometimes I don't know the name. I'm gonna have to see a picture. So I will say, fun fact, and this is gonna kind of sound very, very dorky of me, but my senior year of high school, and my wife can attest to this because she was there. My English class, my teacher ran this, what she called the coffee house. And it was like where you could come and do poetry, you could come and do a performance of some sort, whatever, music, singing, whatever. And I did, because my teacher really coerced me to, because she loved the way I wrote stuff at the time. And I wasn't happy with it personally, but I wished I would have continued, because my writing skills are god awful. Same as falling out on my art skills, they're awful too. But I'm relearning them now. But back then, my teacher really liked what I did. She liked the effort that I put into stuff. And she coerced me into going to do this coffee house thing. And I did two things. I ended up singing while I was there. And there's a video of that somewhere out there. But it's bad. It was in Japanese. But then I did a little bit of a mini monologue based off of Gundam Seed Destiny. And in particular, it was supposed to be a monologue from the perspective of the character Shin Asuka, and him breaking down and coming up with his plan to destroy the Freedom and take out Kira, because of Kira destroying the Psycho Gundam or whatever it was that Stella was piloting. And because of that, Shin flips out and decides to go after the Freedom and stuff like that. I wrote this mini monologue and performed it. That is probably one of the nerdiest things I've ever done in front of people. I got a lot of negative attention for that. Positive there in the moment, negative from the kids that found out that bullied me at the time. Needless to say, weird incident, weird Gundam related thing that I did back in high school. But shortly after that is when Gundam 00 started airing on Sci-Fi, and I got super addicted to that. I love Gundam 00. That was a fantastic series too. Okay. So we filled those in. We got that. Let's get back our pencil. Get that. Ah, I see. Okay. Up. Playlist done. Need to switch. Let's get some more music. Get the second soundtrack up. Hi there, Blade. This is not gonna look exactly right, but you know what? This was supposed to just be a warm-up, not a super detailed artwork. Ew. I'm not worried about it looking perfectly accurate. Okay. This one. Fix that, fix this a little bit. Good enough for there. Oh, too wide. Too wide. Okay, let's do this again. Fill this in. Better. All right. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Wait a second. I gotta backtrack here. Oh, we had like a thing in English class where we had to bring a piece and recite it as spoken word. So like you could bring anything, but you had to recite it. Okay. Baku. Oh, that was a cool suit. If you brought song lyrics, you have to recite it as a poem. Okay, I see what you mean. Did the V for Vendetta monologue where he introduces himself with a bunch of words, a bunch of V words. My friend did MC Hammers, you can't touch this. That's pretty good. I could see that being fun. Most of my high school English classes were just kind of boring and lame, but my senior year in particular, I really did like it. The teacher made things a lot of fun, and we did a lot of old literature. We did stuff like Beowulf and Frankenstein and like older novels and stories and broke them down a little bit in ways that we weren't over diving into things and trying to dig for stuff that's not there, but we were just breaking down using actual descriptive words and stuff from the books to understand characters and emotion and different things like that, and break down the different parts of how the phrases, sentences, paragraphs, and things were written, but also absorbing old school story like that, which was so much fun. And she used to love just letting us sit and write. She'd give us a writing prompt at least once a week, let us sit and write, and put music on. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of classical music and stuff we got to listen to, just writing and enjoying it. Quote from V, you can kill a man, but you can't an idea. That does hold true, absolutely. Even today. Okay. All right, so let's go here. Excuse me. I have a potato. Okay, absolute zero. That's a little better. Favorite line in the monologue was, "This valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified." Rolls off the tongue so well. just a little bit of flavor to the text, you know. A little difficult. There we go. Seems a little wide, but you know what? We'll roll with it. Yeah, that's a little wide. I don't like it being that wide. I'd like to draw it wider. Okay, so, here. Okay, that's better. A little too much. There we go. All right. Let's go with 25. This. Oof, my fingers keep typing 2025 instead of 2026. Yeah. Yeah, I get that feeling. I had to sign a handful of papers for the company that delivered the printers for us today. And, yeah, I'm still in that signing 2025 when I'm dating things, so. Sign the name, date it the wrong. Yeah. Give it a little time. It'll wear off eventually. We'll get in the swing of things, and no sooner we do, then it'll be the end of the year again. Did I totally just realize that I could rotate? Remember that I could rotate the picture? And I'm being stubborn now and not rotating the picture as I continue to lean around instead of... Yeah, I totally did. And I'm totally being stubborn. I could make life easier on myself, but why? Screw it. Did you correct the error when signing? Oh, of course, I had to. I needed to for the billing and stuff to be proper. But... oh well. Okay, so... this. It's too high. Okay, so we got that. Alright, we're making good progress. Solid progress. But, I gotta speed this along. I want to draw something else before I go to sleep. We're about to hit the hour mark already. Okay, so... So, something interesting today, chat. I had found out one of my castmates on one of my projects, one of the projects that I'm involved in as far as voice acting goes, has actually done voice work for an anime before, which is pretty cool. Looks like he's done for a couple of things, mind you, but he announced earlier that the I don't know if you've heard I'm pretty sure it's a mobile game. It's called Path to Nowhere. I've heard of it. I think I played like the beginning of it, but he's involved in that now doing voice work, and it's like, holy crap, that's so cool. The fact that I'm actually able to say that I'm working alongside people like this now as a voice actor is so much fun. And I officially have 2 IMDb credits on my name now. I was checking out my page earlier trying to edit some stuff, and yeah, I have 2 IMDb credits. I feel very weird about that, but I love it. Cool. Wait, did they add your credits for you? Yeah, so my director for these two in particular projects added the credits for me. They created my initial page, so I had to go on, set up an account, claim my page so that I can edit things and put like my details, my information in it. And I have to add stuff like my demo and whatnot. But yeah, they added my credits for me. So I've got those two officially listed things, which are awesome. But I'm hoping that in the future we'll get more, of course. But I'm about to actually start auditioning for some paid work and things. I've been doing all unpaid so far, and it's not that I'm gonna stop, because that kind of stuff is awesome experience and is helping me to build my portfolio and all my different characters and things that I can do and show my vocal range. But I think I'm gonna start auditioning for some different paid work and things now, which is cool. It's just one of those things where I think I've built up enough with things that I have recorded that I'm confident enough in myself to start trying for that kind of work. So we'll see where it takes me. I was going to audition for one project tonight, but it doesn't, like, the deadline isn't until tomorrow night. And after singing as much as I did in the car earlier, I didn't want to take the risk of not having a good audition. So I will wait till tomorrow for that one, but okay, let's see. Do. Let's go with that. Okay, got that. Okay, so we got that done. Now let's add our dark area here. Go back. Now, this I know just goes over the top, so... not gonna make it extremely large. Actually, I need to make that a little bigger, just because of this. Okay. And we bring that down, and that's good. Okay. Because then that will hook this way. Both sides. Okay. And this one. Up to about here. Ah, you bugger. Let's do this. Yeah, I can go down a little further. So let's do that. Go down here, and then there we go. It's much better. Same deal on this side. Okay. Alright. Okay. So that's a little, do it this way, so it goes a little more here. Okay. That's that side. Now we need to do it over here, same way. Okay. There we go. Whew. All right. What's up, Lucky? How's it going? Just wanted to say hi quickly before bed. Oh, you enjoy some sleep, friendo. Drawing is super good so far. It's, something. It intended to be a warm-up, but, Bio coaxed me into drawing a full-on little image here, so a little more than I intended to do, but thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. Okay. So this. Okay. We're looking at. You pulling for Hoshi or Haruka? ATOs in 1 week? I know, yes, I will be pulling for both. I'm definitely gonna try. I definitely want Hoshiguma Alter for sure. Haruka looks awesome, but I'm not positive yet. I mean, I'll be happy to get her, of course, but I just haven't decided yet if I'm like super hard up on like, I want her desperately like now, or if I want to, you know, focus on just trying to get Hoshiguma and move on, but at least we have a little bit of time. I was just playing Peak with friends and my sis. Oh man, I still haven't played that yet. That sounds fun. I'll have to give it a try. I don't own it yet. I'll have to buy it. But good night. Hope the rest of y'all's night goes well. But I hope the same for you. I hope you get some good sleep. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, so let's go down. I wish I knew where my action figure of this Gundam is. This would have made it significantly easier to draw. I could have had it, well, I mean, not so much easier, but a little bit more for the detail. Okay. I think if I finish up the details on one side, I can move the picture or get rid of it. So it's good, better on sale. Thanks, see ya. We'll see you later. On sale. I'll have to. The last thing I spent on sale was I got Project Zomboid while I was on sale. While it was on sale, and I picked up Arc Raiders, but I haven't played either yet, so I definitely need to. But those were my most recent PC sale pickups. Prior to Christmas, I picked up Silent Hill F, and I started playing it on my PlayStation, and that's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying that game, but I've only had a chance to play a little bit of it so far. I'm maybe like 3-4 hours in. Darn it. I keep doing that. Okay, now we can do this. And I can do this. Okay, back to here. you what, one of these days I will have to break out the Xbox 360 and I will have to sit here, plug it into my capture card, and I will have to break out Dynasty Warriors Gundam and play that on stream. If I break out Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3, my wife's gonna join me. She loved that game. Her and I would sit we lived at my parents' at the time, but we would sit on that game after work, you know, after a long day of work or whatever. We'd come home, sit down, boot up that game, and just mow down enemies and just have so much fun doing it. It was well worth it. The story was a little bit interesting, but the gameplay was just so fun. I loved those games. I wish they'd make another one, but that's a few and far between sort of thing. Probably not gonna happen, at least not for a long while, but I could see them eventually rebooting it once, you know, with all the new Gundam content that's out there. But Bandai Namco's been kinda working on other Gundam projects and hasn't really put the effort into something like that. Pretty sure I beat all 3 of the originals. I didn't have a PS3, so I never got to play or beat Reborn. Kinda sucked, but oh well. That was a fantastic looking game. That one had some neat stuff in it, but it was also a different design as far as like cell shading and stuff. But if I remember right, that's the one I'm thinking of, because it was a PlayStation exclusive. I forget which one it was that my kids and I played on PS4. There was a Gundam game. Was it Extreme Versus? It might have been Extreme Versus Plus or something like that. Okay. OST 3. Put that on now while I finish this up. Okay. Back in here. Okay. You know what's funny? I answered that question about pulling for whether or not I was pulling for Hoshiguma, and I just realized I'm wearing my Hoshiguma shirt. She's on the back, but still. Probably gonna wear this to work tomorrow since I only put it on for stream. Okay. I'd say we're done with that one. Yeah, not bad. I'd say we're done. Okay, I can get rid of that. I don't need that. This one, let's... Alright, let's save this. File, save. Okay. Alright. Save and... Alright. How did I do this before? First of all, zoom out. Let's select it. Okay, and was it this one? Shrink? No, it's this one. Scale. Maybe? Okay. Did my software just freeze? I'm pretty sure it did. And if so, I'm glad I kind of saved. Nah, there we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, now we can scale it down. Okay. Deselect, and let's save it again. Alright, so that's it for that. Didn't ask for a perfect drawing, but thank you for going the extra mile. That's far from perfect, but hey, you know what? You gave me a challenge, and it's something I haven't done in a while. I used to do this. I used to draw Gundams, like specifically different heads and stuff, and try to come up with my own when I was younger. When I was in high school, that used to be my thing. Gundam heads and Mega Man. I drew a lot of Mega Man, but you gave me a challenge, so it was a lot of fun. Appreciate you for giving me that. So, it's not the greatest, but you know what? I had fun doing it. That's what matters most. So, I'll have to do it again sometime, but let's see, 135. All right, I'll give myself another 10 minutes, 15 minutes here. What else can I draw? I have an idea. Let's see. Open, what do we got? Visual resources, thumbnail resources, miscellaneous. Let's go into my Arknights folder. What do we got for that? Game resources, Arknights, character PNGs. You know who I've never drawn, surprisingly? Ooh, unsupported format. Okay. Well, of course you would be a butt nugget to me. Surprisingly, I have not drawn Amiya. So, let me see if I can import her. I'll do a little Amiya mugshot, or start one at least. Okay. I'll import failed. Boy, it does not like her. Okay. Let me try to resave her. Amiya. Gallery. There we go. PNG save, replace. Okay. Let's try it again. Ooh, it's actually looking better. Yay, it worked. Awesome. Make that a reference layer. We're gonna lock it, and we're gonna go here. Now I can close up here. Go back to here. And let's try and do a little doodle of Ami. Start this, at least. Can I do a circle? Yes, I can. Beautiful. try and test my metal at perspective. All right. For our guide. Okay. Underside, okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and erase this. Been a while since I tried something a little more on the perspective side as opposed to just a standard frontal face, which is something I've got to get used to doing a little more often. So let's continue. Okay, this over. Okay, and I'm at a point where I kind of realize what I'm doing with this, so I don't necessarily need this line too much anymore. Okay, get rid of that. Alright, and let's do... Come on. Huh. I don't like how I did that. Skip that. Let's go back. That's a little better. Just a little simpler. Not as wide. Get that up there. Okay. Ow. My neck. Okay. Let's try to continue. Okay, that helps to cover some of this. And let's switch. Oops. Keep doing that. I need to turn that off. I thought I did, but... I don't like how that is. I don't like it. I don't like it. Fix that. Still not too well. Hair is always one of my weakest parts when it comes to drawing. Period. I hate it. I hate hair. Alright, so from here, we're gonna get roughly here for the ear. So let's start adding that. Very tall. She does have very tall ears, so we'll roll with it. If we have to shorten it later, we will. Okay. Okay. Yeah, roll with it. That's all right. That's looking how I like it. I think. Okay. Okay, she's got those long wisps in the front. Okay. Let's see. I got that taken care of. Neck. Now let's do a little bit of eye detail here, so that way she doesn't look so hollow-faced. Oh, we can also erase this since we've kind of established our top of head now. Look at that. Okay. Much better. Alright. So let's thicken the eye things a little bit. Okay. Ooh, wait. How's... Okay, yeah. I see now. Okay. A little bit here. Take this down to about 8. There we go. A little better. Yeah, leave things thin. Going the other way. Darker there. Okay. And let's do the same here. Okay. I think we got that thickened a little bit better. Okay. And despite that being cool, fix this just a little bit. Okay. Um. All right, now we need eyebrows. Okay. And yeah, I guess I can go over. That's fine. All right. Now we need some pupils here. She's got a little bit wider, a little larger pupils. Okay, thinner iris. That's fine. Can do that. Now I've got to take it a little bit further inward, though, to the perspective point. Alright, how's that look? A little bit taller to give it that she's looking straight on as opposed to... Okay, now I need to erase to shape it a little bit. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Alright. So, go like that. No, that's too dark. I need to thin that. Or that's better. Okay. Now, same deal over here. Let's go. Thin. Okay. It's not too bad. Feels a little bit... It's hard to work with on the smaller eye for the perspective part, but... Okay. Nope, again, I need to shrink brush size for that. Okay, we got our little eye shine. Now... just temporarily add this color. Okay, now we need it's looking kind of weird. I don't like how her eyes are looking kind of empty, which of course they'd look better with color, but is what it is. Okay. What if we temporarily do this? I don't like it. I'd have to legit color it. Okay. Is what it is. You know what? I'm cool with it. For now. Alright. I'm gonna save up and then I need to get to bed. So, let's pause the music. Okay. Close that out. Okay. So we did a Gundam head, and we started working on a little bit of an Amiya perspective piece. Get rid of that real quick, and then save for now. All right. And turn that off. Bump my mic, of course. Make sure this is all saved and closed up. And let's put my pen away. Now, chat. Like I said, at some point over the weekend, I do want to hit up Arknights and try to do the last of the challenge mode for the event. The event rerun. But then tomorrow, or well, technically today for me, but Fam and I are going to be doing our typical Friday night Fortnite. However, I'm still not sure if we're doing kill races or if we're going to continue with our challenges from the last Fortnite stream, finish those up first. Maybe we'll do a little bit of both. We'll see how things go. But we're all off on Saturday. We don't really have anything going on except I have new rollerblade wheels coming on Saturday so that I can take the kids to play some street hockey. It's going to be a lot of fun. My oldest had an amazing game the other night, and I can't get over how awesome he played. And there's some things that he has to work on, but I want to get him ready for the upcoming games because he's playing against some teams that I know if he has the chance to carry that puck, he's going to excel against these teams, the way that they play, the style that they play. So I'm going to work on helping him get a little bit more prepared over the weekend. But tomorrow night, or tonight, however you want to look at it, depending on your time zone, Friday night, we will be going live and doing some family Fortnite. And then over the weekend, potentially Arknights and maybe some other stuff. We'll see how things go. I still have yet to play Death on Holly Ridge for you guys and let you hear the short little tidbit of voice acting that I did for that game. But I'll play that at some point too, hopefully. But for now, I'm going to go get some sleep. I got one more short day of work ahead of me here for Friday, and then I'm off for the weekend. So with that, how about this? Do this with the family, a kit building stream next week. Huh, that might be fun. The only trouble with that is I think we're going to need a big space to do that. And I don't quite have anywhere large enough that I could sit down right now and all four of us would sit, that I could set up the camera and do things. So that's an idea, but I think that's something we'll have to hold off for a little bit of the future for a stream like that. But that's definitely something that we could do. Everybody has their own different kits. My oldest is currently building Double Zeta, I believe. Double Z Gundam. So yeah. So he's got that kit. He's got some other cool stuff. My youngest has a Gundam. My youngest has the Red Zaku. My oldest has the Arc 78. And then they both have like some oddball kits, like some Pokemon kits. One of them has Darth Vader. Stuff like that we got to build too. That'll be a fun idea though. We'll probably do something like that sometime. As you see, I built my Peely that I got for Christmas already, my Lego Peely, so he's standing here behind me. But yeah, I think we'll be doing some other cool stuff here soon with you. So appreciate you all. Good night, bye. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, for hanging out here while we're live, and those of you watching this on the VOD or after the fact, you are awesome as well. We'll come back with another drawing stream soon, but for now, we're going to get into some gaming stuff with the next few and have a lot of fun. Take care, and we will see you tomorrow night.